Power Trip fans are pissed about the band opening for Pantera. They got announced for the European tour, which, is a massive tour that opens up Power Trip to a huge audience. Fans' anger stems from comments made by late Power Trip vocalist Riley Gale in two separate interviews regarding Pantera and Superjoint Ritual. First were Gale's opinions from a 2017 interview with the Toilet of Hell podcast, where Gale said he wouldn't tour with Superjoint Ritual due to Anselmo's views expressed during the 2016 Dime Bash event, namely shouting white power alongside a Zig Heil and trying to pass it off as a joke later. I'm sure everybody remembers that. That was pretty big drama in the metal world at the time. At the time, Gale said, "We already did. Superjoint Ritual asked us to go out, ... It was hard. It was hard, but you know what? It was one of these things where it was only a year ago since Phil got busted sick heiling on camera, and one of the guys from Pig Destroyer, I believe it was Blake, he plays in a band with Phil, and he was there, and he kind of explained what Phil was doing was actually being sarcastic. He was trying to address the heckler. But you know what? He's done some really ... He's done some stuff that made us too uncomfortable, and he has. Phil Anselmo's had a history of questionable behavior, and I didn't want to go out there and feel like I needed to be the guardian for Phil Anselmo regarding his politics." I think that's kind of a lot, but... And I certainly didn't want to come out there and end up disagreeing and then being on tour with a band that hates us for our politics for the next few months. It was a really hard thing to turn down. I would love to see what Phil really is like as a person. Right there, that comment, being on tour with a band that hates us for our politics for the next few months. Now, I am no fan of Phil Anselmo whatsoever. But that said, he doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy that would actively give a band shit if they were on tour, if they had different opinions than him. I don't think so. Believe me. There's plenty of videos of him being a fucking asshole and saying some weird shit. But I don't get that vibe from him. But also at the time when this was done, that he did that in 2016. This quote from Riley's in 2017. Things were a lot more tense back then, and a lot of people were getting canceled and shut down for all kinds of things. So the waters were very hot at that time. I believe that he probably is a good person at the end of the day, and we've toured with I Hate God. Jimmy Bower's a pretty good guy. It more so had to do with his fans that kind of follow him around. Do we want these sort of lower income, kind of trailer trashy metal guys who just worship Phil Anselmo? Do we want them to be exposed to our band and then maybe become associated with a scene or a group of people that we don't necessarily agree with? There's kind of a lot to take away there. Remember, this is all stuff taking place in 2016, 2017. So the complaints now, why this article was written from all the fans that are pissed off, are because of these old quotes from Riley, which is kind of funny because I feel like they have quotes from, they did it. Okay, I know that I've seen the comments from fans, so this isn't fake, because I've read the comments from people myself, but this article doesn't seem to have quoted a single one of them anywhere. Fucking metal journalism sucks! You lazy pricks! You couldn't put one quote from a random Twitter comment just to back up what you're saying. Fans are pissed about the band opening for Pantera. Where? I know that they are. I'm gonna pull it up right now, but you lazy pieces of shit. God. You could have at least pulled up quotes from fans. Jesus fucking Christ. I did see fans complaining about it. That's not a fake thing. That was pathetic. Thumbs down all the way. Fucking Metal Injection for that one. And I pulled up Metal Sucks, and they also don't have a single quote from any fan. Oh, God damn it. This is like a whole nother rant I'm about to go on, but God, people who've watched this for a while know that I've complained how fucking lazy metal journalism is. And I know that some metal journalists watch some of my shit. And I interviewed Frank from Metal Injection on my channel, and it was really cool to have that conversation. But God damn it, you guys are so fucking lazy. You can't do a single bit of research before just spreading headlines about all this shit. You could have still done this article. Just show fucking quotes from people. You guys stir up drama all the time and then spread it around in headlines and then be like, oh, the metal scene is so fucking toxic, when you're causing stupid fucking clickbait headlines that aren't even fucking accurate most of the time. God damn it. Do better. It's not even hard. Modern metal journalism overall is trash. It is. And I'm trying to be nice and like help out with it. There's so many good stories they could be talking about, but they don't. They just give crap reviews and put in their own like political beliefs into shit to try to spread drama. Believe I could go off on metal journalism. And I might. Anyway, Power Trip's official Instagram, if you go in the comments here, which people always say don't read the comments. I say read the comments because you get to find out the dredges of humanity. First comment. Remember when Riley said he didn't want to be associated with Phil and Selma for obvious reasons? I'm fine with y'all getting a new vocalist. Oh, thanks for your permission, sir. I love Fugitive and Scourge, but this is actually truly insulting to his legacy. Riley would not approve. If Riley was still alive, he would never let this happen. Please cancel this. Do the tour alone. I don't want to support racist old men. Fans of the channel know that we've had a history of straight up retarded Pantera fans going at me for nothing. If you're new to the channel, I don't particularly hate Pantera, but we had an incident on this channel where I made a video on the history of heavy metal and I forgot to mention Pantera because I was focusing on everything else going on in like Europe and everything at the time. I did not insult them. I did not intentionally leave them out. I just forgot to name drop them. And I got floods of comments from people saying, you know shit about metal, you fucking poser. Pantera's the heaviest fucking brand. I got so many wives hit unintentionally that day by pissing off their meth head boyfriends. Notice I said wives and boyfriends. That was not a mistake. Going to be a lot of dudes kissing their tats on the mouth during the Pantera set. God damn. Let's be real, Pantera should be the ones opening for Power Trip. Selling a dead man's legacy. That's I mean, fair's fair. This should be called Selling Dead Man's Legacy Tour. I think it's funny the fans that are freaking out about this, saying you guys need to cancel this. This is not what Riley would want it. This is disrespecting his legacy. But in those very same interviews that they're quoting Riley from, he says that he thinks Phil's probably a good guy and he would like to get to meet him and see how he really is. He wasn't straight up like, fuck that racist motherfucker. And they're all acting like that. So them being like, if Riley was still alive, he would never let this happen. You don't know that. He might have. Maybe he smoked weed with Phil one time and thought he was cool. Riley was friends with people from Fox News. Like, I'm not joking. He actually was. And he wasn't of that political persuasion at all. So this is definitely an instance of stuck-up fans thinking they know what a band's allowed to do. I mean, you don't have to like it. I wouldn't go. I don't want to pay however much money it is to see Pantera. I'm happy for Power Trip to be playing those bigger shows. Blood Red says, for fuck's sake, Phil is not a racist. And I mean, there are plenty of instances of him being around non-white people and being totally fine. To be fair, he has said things that have gotten him in trouble before. So a lot of people think he's a racist or jump to him being a racist. I think he's kind of just a stupid hothead. And I think that was extremely bad look then. But yeah. And they all report the same crap, talking about metal journalism. They do. And then it becomes a big story that's like, oh shit, Blue Ridge Festival is coming back this year because Metal Injection said so. So now metal sucks. And Lamb Goat and Loudwire and fucking everybody out there now I'll write articles now about it. So now everyone thinks this is really happening because all the media is reporting it when they're just parrots. Fan stereotyping generally exists for a reason. Oh yeah. I bet the people inside the concert are gonna be having a great time, and I bet the people outside are gonna be fucking in just like a race war. People who can't afford to go in the first place are gonna be having fights outside, and people who can't afford are gonna be like, hell yeah, metal, brother. I think less of Riley after this, to be honest, after seeing the low-income trailer trash comment, to be honest. It was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie, that he said it like so seriously and everything. I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate and be like, is he really meaning that at the time? Or is that more so not winning backlash from the Zone fans like in the comment here? Because, you know, this clearly would have happened at the time if he did do any of those tours, but I don't know. Like, right, I was hoping you bring that up. He tried to see the person and not the politics. Yeah, and all these people in the comments only see politics and don't see people at all. Riley definitely did not do that. So all of them saying this shit, they don't seem to have really paid attention to the fucking articles that they're quoting. That's how it should be. Unless someone who doesn't share your views has done something irredeemable, you should have friends with opposing views. Not doing that is why things are so polarized at the moment. I 100% agree. I've been saying for a while now, my favorite people are the ones that I agree with half of the time, because you learn something and reinforce beliefs that you have, and then you also learn new ideas and break down things that maybe you had wrong. I agree with that statement too. Like, the only time I would not associate with someone if they're like Diddy. I'm not about to go on tour with Diddy, you know, but that's different than someone saying a political thing. That's how it really should be. Most people have more in common than they do apart, and it's only in like comment sections and journalism headlines, like in the metal world, where this shit turns into a problem. I understand not wanting to go this tour because you don't want to pay that much to essentially see a Pantera tribute band, but the political reason of Riley would be mad. Like, no, I don't think so. Blood Red says that's another problem in metal today. Oversensitive, pussy-ass fans who complain all the time. I 100% agree. I get the dumb comments from people being like, I can't believe you're being so offensive in your videos when you're talking about death metal bands. That's always been my whole thing, is that with metal, don't be a fucking pussy. I can't believe the comments I get from being like, oh my god, you're being so offensive to hippies in that video. I can't believe you made some hippie jokes. And like, I'm a true metal fan, and you making those jokes is just really like rude and shows that you don't understand. Go fuck yourself. Metal was always about vulgar and talking shit and being offensive, so you're not gonna give me these fucking comments of, wow, you're such an asshole for making sarcastic jokes. And anyone who watches this channel knows that I always say the same for myself, for my own band. My guitarist commented here a minute ago saying that we should go on tour and kick him out halfway through. I'm a shit talker, and a lot of metalheads are, and it's just fun. At the end of the day, Down and Scour are both 10 out of 10 bands with Phil and Salma singing. Loudwire's like that drunk cousin who hears someone at a Denny's say something and act like the president said that. That's pretty much all of the metal outlets. It's like they overheard someone say something at a concert and they were like, all fans around the world. It's stupid. Bunch of people commenting they're mad the tour is in Europe. I'm just pissed that it's not in the States. Would absolutely go to the show regardless if it's arena or small venues. Definitely wouldn't be in small venues, but this tour would dominate in America. Rock Feet is chill in my opinion. I agree. I like Rock Feet. He's more, I would say, mainstream oriented when it comes to rock and metal stuff, but I like his videos. I think he's a good dude. Photo Bear says, yes, it's good to have your views challenged. Exactly. I love learning when I'm wrong just as much as having my beliefs reinforced. I would have thought we'd get this lineup in the US. Yeah, they should bring it over here. There's probably even another like American band that could throw on there that would really kick it off. I mean, shit, if they did Pantera, Lamb of God, Power Trip together, that would probably be tour of the year for the US at least. But yeah, so for this whole Power Trip touring with Pantera thing, I honestly am just glad for the band to play to such a big audience. I think people overreacting in the comments are dumb children for the most part, because they're not even really being accurate on what Riley said. What would they do now if Riley was alive and did the tour and he was like, hey, I met Phil, and you're like, we're cool, we don't agree on everything, but we're not here to talk politics, we're here to play metal? Would they all go like, you fucking piece of shit, you betrayed the band, fire Riley? This guy left a comment, why are you deleting comments of people pointing out Riley never wanting this band to be associated with Phil and Pantera? That's not what he said. That's not what he said in either of those quotes. You people are fucking stupid. Trying to tell a band like what they're allowed to do and you don't even know what you're talking about. This coming from someone who has bashed the stereotypical Pantera fan a lot on my channel. And you're all dumb. Go to the tour if you want to go to the tour. Don't if you don't. If you like one of the bands but not the other, wait for that to happen. That was the whole drama there. I say good for Power Trip. Whatever. Get over it, people. For more from me, check out my band Dark Insanity. You can find us on Instagram, on Spotify, on all of the streaming platforms, on Bandcamp as well. We have our EP Rabid Psychosis out now. Subscribe to my second channel, Why It's Metal Podcast Clips, where I'll be uploading segments from my live podcast and podcasts that I do guest appearances on. We've got merch available for the channel and for the band. Now you can get Why It's Metal t-shirts, Savior of Metal hats, Dark Insanity t-shirts, Dark Insanity weed bags. We've got everything. Links for all of my stuff can be found in the description of this video. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.